Welcome, everybody. The Game Tavern is open for business. Little late, but find a spot at the bar, order yourself a drink, and remember, the Game Tavern is neither early nor late. It arrives exactly when it means to.
Hey, 5 o'clock was 6 hours ago.
And yeah, we're finally back on Genshin. Wanted to take a little bit of a breather from this, but hey, been about a full week or two. I figured I figured it was ready to get on with this. But yeah, I think Martin, it's safe to say that we are pretty much done with everything in Fontaine,
Oh yeah, you just need to do Dainsleif's thing.
which is strangely enough in Sumeru, not Fontaine.
So that's because the fan joke is Ainsleif was too scared to be anywhere near Nouvelette because he knew Nouvelette would beat his ass.
Mm. But yeah, while we're just getting all this stuff sorted, I thought since Ren and I are the sports guys, we give you a little breakdown. So yeah, crazy start to the playoff week, huh?
Yeah, the Panthers, which are inarguably the worst team that made it into the playoffs, aside from maybe the Steelers, nearly beat the second best team in their conference.
Yeah, they nearly beat the LA Rams. In the weren't they the first game of the playoffs? I saw this. I'm just like the tomfuckery that has been the 2025 season continues.
You were
Like
saying sports fans, I feel your confusion.
when you first were telling me like while I was doing my shit today that the Panthers were winning, I'm like, I don't know, that was yesterday, but anyway, I was like, I believe I said at this point I wouldn't be surprised if the Super Bowl is Panthers Steelers, and the first thing you said was, "Don't jinx my Bills." But yeah, at least your boys took care of business on their end.
I'll talk about the Bills in due time, but then you also had the Chicago Bears make a hell of a comeback after the first half against the Packers, 21-3.
Yeah, that was quite the choke job that happened on the Packers end.
I keep forgetting you have like Zhongli for some reason.
Yeah, I haven't used them a lot. I mean, I'm still experimenting with team comps.
You have to build them up because once you start doing Imaginarium Theater,
Pleasure to be working with you.
Extra shit, then you're going to learn very quickly. Oh, I should be investing in everybody. The not most recent, but a recent one was like, yeah, Animo's one of them. I was like, oh, let me take a look at I have fuck all for Animo that's ready to go.
I'm just going to do some
Give me
experimenting.
a moment to compose myself.
Well, the issue is I still have Hydro Travel. You know what? I'm going to save up on the futzing with my team comp till after we make it to Notline and I get Pyro. That might be prudent. No, I'll keep Ayaka in here. I haven't gotten to use her that much in stream. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, yeah. The Bears were able to make a hell of a comeback, or was it the Packers had a hell of a choke?
Yes.
The Bills and the Jaguars. Holy shit! It was about as close as I was expecting it. I was expecting a one-score game, but that brutal as hell interception Trevor Lawrence threw to end it.
Yeah.
And by the way, Josh Allen got the hell kicked out of him. So Yeah, Martin, whatever you're using to message Loki, it ain't fucking fast enough. Fix it. Now.
You think I control the god of mischief?
No, but I can kill his messenger.
You do realize it's going to cause you to be cursed with a billion years of bad luck, right? Your descendants.
You just
generations
Martin
from
at this
shall be
Martin,
so-
you think I still think at this point you just make this shit up as you go along because you don't want to get in trouble with me?
You never know if I'm telling the truth or not. For all you know, I could be bullshitting. For all you know, I could simply be Loki in disguise.
No, at this point, you're 1,000% just bullshitting your way out of not getting your ass fucking
Am
kicked.
I?
Well, let's experiment with that. You're going a week without pay for this.
You don't pay me at all.
Okay, you don't get access to any of the liquor.
I don't drink.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon-class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
I love that smug look.
All I'm asking is for you
He's
to give it
giving
your
her.
best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Vimara Village.
It's in the
right
rainforest.
here.
If I'm not mistaken, that's also where the the R&R quest takes place. Which we still need to do at some point. Obviously not as streams, because that'll take like months.
I
This is not from me. Vulture and Richie want me to do it. The fuck was that? The silence is deafening.
I heard some weird ass noise. I don't know if it caught on the mic.
Where did it come from? You or did it come from my end?
It came from my end.
Okay, then so that didn't pick up the so my iPad didn't pick up me farting. Got it.
If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Huh.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vermara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
Hang on, I need to see what the hell's going on. Keep hearing weird noises. Alright. Not sure what the hell's going on. Must be the wind or something. The wind's kind of blowing right now where I am.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
So, we're looking for the Invisible Man.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
The fact that people seem to have no recollection of him.
I think it's a little early to start playing investigative reporter.
Yeah, I'm just seeing. I mean, such a thing is not unprecedented. We've seen memories erased before, such as with Ruka Devaka and with
Wanderer?
Yeah, Wanderer. I was trying to remember his name previously.
Scaramouche.
Scaramouche.
Oh, he's not named
Now
whatever
you
you
started
named.
talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Got it. Could be that whoever this guy is, or was, probably just... Up top, of course. Alright. Alright, not the guy I was looking for.
He's down below.
This is such a great place for a vacation.
It's that guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's almost like everyone just had their memories wiped.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think? I'm thinking so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something. Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
There's that noise again. Oh, I think I know what it is.
What?
The wind's probably blowing on a wardrobe me and my folks threw out. It's outside, and I think the wind's just moving around the door.
Probably.
Well, if that's the case, then at least we figured it out.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
This is somehow actually Dane's Leaf. I'm gonna lose it.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry. The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Oh, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange? The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this? Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Well, at least I get something to fight.
My apologies.
Yep.
Fortunately, Dia's not going to work against that.
Barbados,
I'll make it.
guide us.
Relax, Martin. I got something else that can work.
Embrace the ice.
Go!
Whirling snow. Wahoo! Go and fly. Take flight. You asked for it.
Water jet!
Whirling snow.
Go! Yeah! Yeah! Water jet!
You're dead meat.
Go!
My apologies. Sakura swirl. Wait, hear me. Whirling snow. Ah! My apologies.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers. Wait a second. That person... It's Dainsleif!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
Some kind of ley line, something or other going on. But that one's probably a stretch.
The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly churl activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly churl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly churl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy. And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you.
Except that you only give us tiny little lore drops every time you show up instead of telling us, you know, the full fucking story!
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilly churl activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Martin,
You've
whatever
technically-
Martin, whatever you're about to say, probably not smart to say it now because I don't want Richie and Vulture to
It's
to
not
jump your
spoiler.
ass.
It's saying you've technically encountered 2 of them. At least somewhat encountered 2 of them. Vedrfolnir was part of that crystal that you saw in the previous Dainsleif quest, and that being you fought in the Narwhal, that was an aspect of Sertologi. And Rhindaughter
Some of those names sound
is
really
tied with
familiar.
Mondstadt slightly.
Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. The 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course, as I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Well, my initial, I thought, harebrained idea of it being connected to ley lines suddenly got some foundation to it.
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow. So tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
On his daily quota of aura farming, let him be.
No, Martin, this is brooding.
I was just about to say that.
Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy, early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way. Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the Eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
What is that noise? Probably nothing.
Probably.
Of course.
All the way back here in Liyue, huh?
It's on the border between Sumeru and Liyue. The chasm over there serves as the proper border. The second you set foot in it, you're in Liyue.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
How are we certain Dane isn't somehow compromised?
Hey, wait up!
Something's not right.
In Electro, it says...
Per your wishes.
I knew you'd miss me.
I usually like to double up on an element, but I just figured, what the hell. Oh, Prime Morax, welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome. Challenge for you. Try someone's voice lines in your own voice. Maybe later. But welcome, Prime Morax. Hope you enjoyed the show.
The one time I started doing Fiorina's voice lines in my own voice, Red threatened me. It was way back when we first met her.
Alright. This feels hauntingly familiar.
Yeah, I feel like we've been here before.
I want to say the previous Danesley. Well.
Showing you praise.
Let's get it on!
Let my name echo in song. Stop that!
Time to testify.
Bombs away! Buckle up! Gloves off!
Shame to kill this big guy. He seems like such a fun guy.
Into the shadows.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time.
If
You
I
can
ever
access
make
the
a
upper
pun like
floor
that
through the side
again,
door.
hit me.
Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
I mean, I found it quite punny.
And just like that, Martin managed to make it worse. Grazie. Oh yeah, I wasn't done talking about the games thus far. Well, to put it simply, the Chargers chargered it and gave the Patriots the biggest lead of any of the teams. Thank you, Chargers.
Yep.
Oh, another tiller. Yeah, boy.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Shower me with praise!
Water jet!
Into the shadows.
Time to shine!
Water jet!
Look alive! Strike a pose!
I see now why Martin glazes Farina so much.
Mm.
Even gets
I mean,
rid of that.
meta-wise or character-wise?
Honestly, kind of both. And for those of you wondering why I picked Dia over D-Luke, it's mainly because I don't have any artifacts or powerful enough weapons for D-Luke as of yet. Down we go.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Whoops. There we go. Yeah, wait, shit. Alright, trial and error.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
I still speculate that somehow Dainsleif is compromised and we're just about to lead the Abyss Order straight to the Eye. Call me paranoid.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the Abyss.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Desolation!
Shower me with praise!
Moving. Hunt them down.
Go!
Let the world collide! How brilliant!
Ready.
Let's get it on! Go!
Winter is nigh.
Into the shadows.
Kitty ass. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Water jet!
Ready.
What do you mean he's beating my ass? I got him.
I said get yes.
Shoot on
Yeah.
sight.
Damn.
Buckle up!
Just as I
This
suspected.
is tight.
The false memories
you.
were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Only thing I can hope now is that Dane knew this was a wild goose chase, and I mean, Dane knew he was being messed with and led the Abyss on a wild goose chase.
Here's hoping.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to... Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now? It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trills in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else. Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trills are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Over there, it looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly trills have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Man, I am telling you, the shit we get up to with Dane just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Welcome to the lore of this game. It makes no fucking sense half the time.
Really?
I thought Destiny lore was wild.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Wait, what?
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea. Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Didn't mean to push that button.
Searching cream physiology is
interesting than beetle research. Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
3 guesses on who that is. The first two don't count.
Strange.
What do you think it is?
Bayram seems to remember him, and apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada, no one remembers him. Because there's been a change in people's memories. If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing. If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the leyline disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is. Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village, but I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. No. Based on what we know so far, there isn't any evidence to support that conclusion.
I meant to hit interpret.
All the memories seem to be set in or near. If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing 2 different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
The color of the sky.
coincides with the moment in time she described.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory. Yeah, that's where they'll be!
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Thankfully, I was able to hold it in during the cutscene.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
As I suspected from the clothes, he's Conrian.
Mm-hmm.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet!
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate. Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss. No. You're Kari Bear Alberik.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before.
Red Echo.
You're echoing Red.
Hi.
So you remember who Kari Bear was?
Yeah, I remember. The son of the founder.
Yep, the little hilly churl. This is what he would have looked like.
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
I don't suppose we can get a translation for these runes.
I wish.
What the hell?
It's me.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all, as you well know. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived. Extreme sorrow and pain, hope and regret coursing through your veins, and a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life. I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been, one memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up. I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Hey, Sid.
He's back on the talking during cutscenes.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
I think this is the most I've heard Lumine's voice. At least in a good while.
Yep.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Well, that sucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait, really? What a score! Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is, and we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right? Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye? You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye!
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Carrie Bear? A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
The sly little bastard.
Yep.
Notice I still have my my Dendro power, as you can tell from the center jewel on Aether's chest.
Weren't you Dendro back when you did the quest the quest where he was a Helichurl?
Yeah.
That would. That's probably why it's Dendro and not what you're currently are.
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Would be interesting if you were. Would that also imply that if you were a different element, it would have had that. The gem would have been that color instead?
Well, no, because I was Hydra. I'm not entirely sure. This shit can be a bit of a... Oh, by the way. Been saving up.
Yeah, you're guaranteed a 5-star. Will it be Nouvelette?
Let's.
Actually, we haven't reached the 2-hour mark. I was surprisingly fast.
Oh, are you wanting to start Natlan here?
How about we say that for next time, and we just spend the rest of this night trying to pull for Nouvelette.
Nouvelette's banner
He's
isn't
not out.
here yet.
He's not going to be here for another month.
Oh, jeez.
Because next banners are Columbina and Anefa.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's tomorrow for everybody at this point now. So
yeah, we'll
maybe
find a time. We'll find a time to make it to Natlan.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime this week.
Maybe. Once again, I'm trying to keep the resolution I'm having of trying to diversify the channel's content. So who knows? Maybe Monday. Who knows? Who knows what we'll bring about Monday? I'm hoping we'll get back to recording the podcast, but we'll have to wait and see. But until then, yeah. What do you guys say? We call it a day here?
May as well.
All right. I guess we'll start off the ending.
Oh, fuck.
We'll start off with some final thoughts. Red, you got some thoughts?
I feel bad for Aether that he doesn't even
remembers the wars he had with Lumine.
Yeah, he doesn't remember a damn thing about it. Even he only got 5 minutes on top of that.
My question is, can we hang on to one fucking MacGuffin in this story? It's because Martin, I'm being honest, it's starting to get really goddamn annoying.
Well,
you're talking about
on Dane, Steve. This ain't on us. He choked. Man let his feelings get to him. He's
That
like,
is-
damn it.
Yeah,
I can't believe I'm gonna have to fight her.
yeah.
If I surrender, there won't be any problem. Maybe she'll just listen. And then he got his ass beat. That's why he didn't want to see us afterwards. He didn't want to be like, I fucked up, fam.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to admit he pulled a full-on Tua, turned the ball over. That one's to all the Dolphins fans out there. And for all of you saying, "Oh, the Bills aren't going to make the Super Bowl. The Bills are going to make the Super Bowl." Shut the fuck up and get a team that makes the playoffs, bitch.
Or contact me, offer me a bribe. I'll put in a word with Loki.
I will fucking garrot Martin. I will fucking garrot you with your own spine.
I will sell out your team if it means that we get Mondstadt Chronicled Wish at 6.4 and I can finally get Eula. I played this game for her and Ganyu. She is the only one that has not come back yet.
Martin, I had Fiorina in my party during this, and I was just complimenting her abilities. Do not fuck this up.
Wow.
Contacts me and tries to bribe me. Not even the bills. Anyone. I'll put in words for Loki. Pay me in Prima Gems.
I hate you.
All right, I'm gone.
God, I hate you.
See y'all next time.
All right, no. If I have to suffer through this bullshit, so do you. But don't worry, we're wrapping this up. Anyway, with all that being said, please do those things we YouTubers love to beg our audience to do, which is leave a like, comment on this VOD, share with your friends, and obviously subscribe if you want more of basically me and Martin wanting to kill each other. And Red just sitting back there with the camera yelling World Star.
And with a ball of popcorn by his side, sometimes literally.
And with all that being said, this has been the last call from the Game Tavern. Please have yourselves a fantastic time of day because you're all fantastic people. And, yeah, take care.
Bye.